Hello YouTube, this is NASCAR 48.2 Buff here with the INORL Lowe's Nationwide Series Race 15 here at Memphis Motorsports Park for the Mike and Ike 300. And if you just noticed, it's a 31 race season. We are on the 15th race, so next week will be about halfway or after this race, however you want to count it. It's not an even number, so it's either this race or the next week, whatever way you want to count it. But we are getting close to halfway through the season. It's been a crazy long season filled with action-packed racing, and it's coming to an end. Well, close to an end. On the pole here today is Nicholas Guerrera with his brother Jerry Guerrera right on the outside pole. The Guerrera is sweeping the front row already. Could this mean a good start? With Tony Blazer third and JT Teal fourth, and your third place championship contender, Gene Sanford, 176 points out though. Austin Talley and William Duncan have really gotten far away, and they're looking to have a great battle. With Derek Drayward on the outside, with Jim McMurray, Jordan up a little following up, and Tyson Broad and Kevin Ulrich rounding out the top 10. Now let's check in where your championship contenders are. William Duncan, wow, he's starting way back here. He's going to have to work himself up. Another bad qualifying position for William Duncan. And Austin Talley starting about midfield. This could mean something for him, as we're going to get ready for our starting command here soon. Can Gene Sanford catch up on these two just in time? It's getting close to the end of the season.
Drivers, start your engines.
Because Gene Sanford really has to catch up to them, because we don't have a chase in this, so she does have to make up everyone last of those points. So she has to hope that those two wreck to really gain the whopping of points. But I've not seen this track used much. This is the first time it's on the schedule. I wonder how this track is going to react. Could it react crazy, or will it be a good race? We don't know. It's time to go green here with Nicholas Guerrera taking us to the green. We're green here today in the Mike and Ike 300. Nicholas Guerrera really gets a run right there. And it looks like he will take first, along with his brother taking second. Tony Blazer gonna go out for third, but here comes Gene Sanford for third, and it looks like she might get it to the line. No, she will not. Tony Blazer's still gonna hold that position. Looks like the outside really works through 1 and a little bit off of 2. Inside line starts to come back in 3 and 4. Here comes Jeremy McMurray right on Gene Sanford's tail. And Jeremy McMurray now going to try to make the pass. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide actually for 4th. Or 5th. Couldn't tell. For 5th. Tyson Broad going to back off and let Jeremy McMurray and Gene Sanford duke it out. And your 3 leaders have run away with it a little bit. Jerry Guerrera, Nicholas Guerrera, and Tony Blazer have something to pull it a little bit away from the pack. William Duncan fell back to last already. Not that much of a start for him. He really needs to turn it around today if he wants to get a good finish. Or Austin Talley could possibly take the points lead back. Oh, 3 wide. It looks like Charles Sanford, Tristan Trivet, and Sam Young. That might not work going into turn 1. Oh, but Tristan Trivet gets a run through that corner. Looks like the outside can work pretty well off the corners. You can have a 3 wide again. Austin Talley in this. That's not where he wants to be, but he gets out of it. Another 3 wide with that 24. Oh, Mason Wood sliding up. Almost got into John Wilson. Look at that run Mason Wood got through that corner. Nothing has changed in the front pack. Nicholas Guerrera still leading with Jerry Guerrera second, Tony Blazer third, Gene Sanford fourth, Jim McMurray fifth, Tyson Broad sixth, with Jaden Gary Lerger Dover winner seventh, Richard Johnson eighth, David Rochester ninth, and Jordan Eppolito rounding out the top 10. Top 10 all single file so far. But I have a feeling pit stops are going to be a major play out through this race. Pit stops is really how you're going to gain and make positions. It's looking like it's a little bit hard to pass on this track. Very tight and curvy track. Oh, but Tony Blazer has caught Jerry Guerrero. Is he going to try to make a move? Looks like he's not. If he wants to make a move, he might want to go to the outside. He's using his draft a little bit. William Duncan's still at the back trail. That's not where he wants to be, like I said before. Here's last week's winner, Brian James. He's just outside the top 35. That's not where he wants to be either. Because after getting that win, you would think he'd be up front battling for another one, but it looks like it's going to be exact opposite today. Oh, Brody Talley got to run through that corner. Brody Talley's 4th in points. But he's pretty far behind also from the leaders. James Qualls and Austin Talley battling. Austin Talley stuck on that high side. That might make him fall back or either gain positions. We've seen both lanes work. So it's hard to tell which one gains positions. It's looking like the inside though. Again, it has mostly gone single file throughout the top 10 to 15. Jerry Guerrero is starting to pull back away from Tony Blazer a little bit, as his brother Nicholas Guerrero has gained a little bit on him, but Jerry Guerrero got a huge push through that corner, and he caught up to his brother. Could he try to make a move soon? Jerry Guerrero has won a race in the Truck Series. I don't think he has won a race in the Nationwide Series, but he got that truck win at Talladega, the closest finish in INORL history. But he did get that win, and he's looking now to get a win in the Nationwide Series. Jerry McMurray still on Gene Sanford's tail. Oh, he gets to the back bumper, but can't pull a move. Will he try to? He's looking, but Gene Sanford gonna pull a block. Right on the tail. He needs to keep a good run going through this corner. He's right there. But Gene Sanford pulls away a little bit through that off the corner. Will he try it again? And as these two were drafting and kind of battling a little bit, Tony Blazer has fallen back to them where they caught up to him, and now it's a 3-car battle for 3rd. Don't forget about Tyson Broad. He's out back here outlying in 6th, just outside the top 5 in that Coca-Cola Ford Camry. And I said 4, not Ford. Just clearing that out right there. Jaden Gaylord, your Dover winner. If you go back to Dover, you remember that crazy wreck out of turn 2, which Jaden Gaylord got his whole front end just about ripped off, but limped around and took the win. If you go back to the race, that was one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen. When you saw him wiggle through that corner, he got real loose. It has gone mostly single file throughout the field, so I have a feeling that pit stops are going to be where you gain and make positions. Oh, Ben Paul way on the outside. Same with the 27 on Brendan Patterson. Charles Jackson back here. He finished 4th, I believe, last week at Carbondale. Yes, I do think he did. He's running back here just outside the top 25, not where he wants to be. Brian James has worked himself up to 30th, gained 6 positions, and we know it's pretty hard to gain positions. Sam Young right there. Charles Sanford making positions. Hayden Klein. What happened to Austin Talley here? Austin Talley's 2 laps down. Wait a minute right here. Is this pit stops? Yeah, I don't think it was pit stops. I do believe he was the only one inside, and he's 3 laps down. And that could have really hurt his chances if that wasn't a pit stop. Maybe a tire went flat. Yeah, that definitely wasn't pit stops, it looks like. But he does have fresher tires. He could get back and pass these leaders and maybe get one of his laps back. Not a good start to the season so far. Race for Austin Talley. Because, yep, he was the only one to pit. That was definitely not scheduled. William Duncan is back here. Same with Dylan Young. Not a race they want to have. It's like an onboard here with Austin Talley. Austin Talley is still trying to work on Tyson Broad, but it looks like he's not going to get past him. Oh, and now pit stops has begun. JT Teal is going in. Any other cars? If the cars would get out of the way. Nope, nobody else is going to go in with him. And it looks like Jerry Guerrero has caught back up to Nicholas Guerrero, but it looks like those two are coming in the pit. Along with the whole field, I think. Oh, dang, they got close to that pit wall. And just about everybody's coming in right now, except for Charles Sanford. Charles Sanford stayed out. And he's probably going to pit this time by. Same with Willem Schultz. Yes, they are. They are coming in the pit now. And it looks like JT Teal was the first one off, obviously. Austin Talley going around. Who will probably get his laps back. And Memphis Motorsports Park has a very unique track here. Oh, and it looks like Nicholas Guerrero will win the battle off with Jerry Guerrero right back there. Also, Tony Blazer, Gene Sanford. Looks like everybody stays in their same positions. Again, it does look like it's pretty hard to pass here. Pretty small track. It is a short track. It looks like actually William Duncan gained a lot of positions on pit road. You see him coming out pretty early. Trying not to get lapped here. So a lot of cars are going to be lapped down with this green flag pit stops. Oh, caution! Caution is out actually. Looks like Brody Talley. Heavy damage for Talley. Anybody else? No, but what a break for William Duncan. As you see, he was right in front of the leaders. That is a very good break for William Duncan. That saved his butt from getting lapped. And that's going to keep him in the championship hunt here, trying to beat Gene Sanford, save as many points against her as he can. He has done phenomenal this season, and he still continues to do that. Brody Talley, heavy damage for him. And I'll take it to see what went wrong with Brody Talley. We are back. Actually, this wreck did not start with Brody Talley. Brody Talley was just coming in the pit road and ran into the back of Dylan Young, I think it was. Dylan Young did not get damaged though somehow. But here's the wreck. Sky Commons and Ben Paul are coming off pit road. Looks like Ben Paul is trying to merge, but Sky Commons is not letting him. Rookie mistake here. Ben Paul is just going to continue to come up to Sky Commons. I guess he was mad and just turned Sky Common flat out into the inside wall and turn him. Did Ben Paul get back by it though? Yes, he did. Skycom's going to hit the outside wall then, and that's enough to really do damage. That is. And then we also have another wreck with the 60 of Pichu Walker later on here. Just speed this up. Pichu Walker is coming off of pit road, the same merging problem. But these drivers are slowed down. Richard Johnson, Jaden Garylord, he's just going to try to fit it through the hole, but these two are coming down. And Richard Johnson's going to get into the back of him here. And spin him around. And then he's going to speed back up. You probably saw this before I went off here. Just ram into the back of Brody Talley. And then Kevin Ulrich is going to have trouble here also. Kevin Ulrich is going to go a little fast here. And slam into the side of Dylan Young. And they both spin. but I'll take you back to the green here for the restart. Oh, and we have a problem. We might have a problem. Nicholas Guerrero is pitting again after he just pitted. Actually, the leaders are here also. I have no idea what that was about. But the leaders are pitting again after they just pit. Well, half of them are. Thought that was a problem, but I did not notice the other cars coming. And now to that allows Tyson Brawl to come out with the lead, I think. Out of the pit road, actually. He's going to merge in the line here. Hopefully we don't have a problem. But I'll take you back to the green this time. Here at Memphis. And we're back, and how quickly things change. Brody Talley is actually the one who ran into Charles Sanford coming in the pit road. And Sanford somehow ended up with the lead. And I would like to say something. You probably guys all noticed that horrible paint scheme I made. That was the first one I did, so yeah, I was having some trouble with it, but anyways, yeah, after you're looking at my horrible paint scheme, my first one I ever made. Charles Sanford has the lead, Tyson Brawl second, Nicholas Guerrero third, Jerry Guerrero fourth, fifth is the 28, 43 sixth, 5 seventh, and look who's in eighth. William Duncan got up to eighth. He made a really good pit stop run the last pit stop cycle, but we are getting close to the end here at Memphis as it's coming down to the final laps. And how quickly things can change for Tony Blazer. He was just on the lead lap, but now he is not. He's all the way back in 24th. Kevin Ulrich is on his inside to put him even more lap down. Gene Sanford 21st here on the tail end of the lead lap, I think. Yep, on the tail end of it. Oh, and there's a wreck! And it was Austin Ogo and Kyle Sosnowski. They'll go around, and Sosnowski, heavy damage all around, all four corners of that car. And his day is done. Damage on all four corners of that car. And there's a wreck on the front stretch also, I think. Gene Sanford involved in it, actually, also. There's a wreck up here also, too. Pichu London went back around. And Aaron Mason and Wilhelm Schultz are not happy with each other. And Wilhelm Schultz is not going to do what I think he's going to do. Yep, he's going to do it. He's going to try to do it. Oh, that was close. And those two are not happy at each other. Oh, well, last week's winner, Brian James, is involved. A lot of damage for some good contenders. But I'll take you to see what went wrong here at Memphis. And we are back. Here's Austin Ogo and here's Kyle Sosnowski. Looks like they're going 3 wide there. Oh, Brian James slides up in the dirt when he was trying to go on pit road. Going to slam into Austin Ogo and Kyle Sosnowski. And Austin Ogo and Sosnowski are going to take a hard hit into the outside wall there. Let's take another view of that. That was just not, they weren't just expecting that. And Austin Ogo and the Brian James Sosnowski had nowhere to go. And they both take heavy hits into the wall. And then there was a wreck further up here. No idea what it was for. Is there 3 or 4 wide throughout this straightaway? Oh, wait, it looks like Mason Wood and David Rochester spun, piling up the field. And just had nowhere to go for 4 drivers. And there's Gene Sanford getting her damage. Just nowhere for a couple cars to go. I think they just got loose in oil. Yes, we are getting a report. Brian James has oil from the back end of his car. He was spraying all over the track, and just a lot of cars got loose. And to prove that theory that our officials are taking into consideration, watch Brian James's line through the front straightaway. It is this line through halfway through that line. And look who's following the same line. Mason Wood and David Rochester, they're following the same line, and they just get loose out of that. He was putting oil all over the track and just nowhere for a lot of drivers to go. Jean Sanford just about got through that, but not all the way. No cigar for her. Gonna get tackled right there. And then Pichu Walker up here was involved in something. I guess some drivers are slowing down to get on pit road and some aren't. Charles Jackson just continues to go downwards when they're there. And they just won't let him get down there. Pichu Walker just saying, no, you ain't getting down there. And that's where they finally get spun. And then just kind of goes like that. Then these two are mad because watch Wilhelm Schultz and Aaron Mason here. Wilhelm Schultz mad at Aaron Mason because Aaron Mason would not let him get down onto the pit road. So Wilhelm Schultz just mad at Aaron Mason, gonna try to shove him into the pit wall here. That might get penalized for that, because that's not something you want to do as a race car driver. You never know what can go wrong if you do that. But I'll take you back to the green here at Memphis for the final laps. We are back. Richard Johnson is your leader. Kyle Sanowski has went a lap down. 26 cars on the lead lap, but before them, 20-30 down is right in front of them. Richard Johnson is your leader. Seth Cole is second. Hayden Klein third. Tyson Broad fourth. Aaron Mason fifth. Now, how did Richard Johnson get the lead? He started outside the top 10. He got up to the lead here. And he's working on trying to maybe pull out a win here at Memphis. If you're looking for your points leader, William Duncan, he is all the way back in, if I can find him here. Can't find him. But anyways, Richard Johnson took the lead. William Duncan was in 14th, by the way. Richard Johnson took the lead. And look at Austin Talley split through the middle. And that was in front of your leader. That could have ended bad. And Christopher Harley coming to pit road. Richard Johnson stuck on that. Oh! Slow car up there, and there they go! And, oh! Pile up with the leaders due to lap cars, and one of your contenders, Nicholas Guerrera, was involved. And his day is done, and there's more wrecks. Oh, and Gene Sanford of all, and just carnage erupted on the back straightaway. And Richard Johnson is your leader, and is now coming in the pit. And I'll take you to see what the hell went wrong through that corner. We are back. It's the same situation here with Brad James, but now with Christopher Harley. He had just slid up the track and runs into the pit wall, back up into John Wilson, almost flipped himself. Nicholas Guerrera, Jerry Guerrera, both Guerreras involved, Mason Wood. They all get by here. And then there's a wreck up here. Well, no, not up. These three get loose. There's just a loose patch right there. Probably all the oil was not cleaned up from Brian James, and it's just loose. Gene Sanford goes around here. Gets loose. Jerry McMurray into her. There's, Nicholas Guerrera and James Qualls goes around. Let's get this wreck from Jaden Gary Laird and on board. Does a nice job so far. Gets by. Oh, gets a little piece of the fender right there. That should be able to fix. Then gets a piece in the back. Now let's go on board with Jerry Guerrera. Nicholas Guerrera. and I'll take you back to the green for the final laps once again here at Memphis. We are back. Nicholas Gurr, John Wilson, Christopher Harley, and Brandon Bain have all retired, and Seth Cole's your leader. Remember the troubles he had last week at Carbondale? Well, he might turn that around today and get a win. How about that? 28 cars left on the lead lap, and that'll be Henry Sanford riding out the lead lap cars. And he's about to go lap down again, though. But Seth Cole's getting ready to take us back to the green for under 10 laps to go. And it's racing time. It's time to go if you're looking for a win. Seth Cole would lead us back to the green. Hayden Klein, Aaron Mason, Ben Paul, and Tyson Broad right there behind them. Get to run into that corner, but not off it like we usually see. Now Hayden Klein's right on his tail. And Hayden Klein going to switch to the inside, but can Seth Cole hold the lead here? Gets high off that corner. And here comes Hayden Klein for the lead now. Can Seth Cole hold it? Looks like he is. But will he have enough time to hold it because these laps are winding down? Or will Hayden Klein have enough time to pass him? Seth Cole, after all the trouble he went through last week, he promised to come back and win this race. And now, he just might fulfill that promise. But Hayden Klein is right there on his tail. Don't count him out yet. Oh, but Seth Cole got to run through that corner, and he clears them. And that just might have been enough to get the win. Unless he has to pit again. That's the last thing you want to worry about. William Duncan in 7th. He got his way back up here. Let's go check in on him. And Austin Talley, not the greatest day for him. He's all the way back in 34th. He was 3 laps down, did come back from that, but he's still a lap down, and he's in 34th. Not the day he wanted to have. Same with Gene Sanford, who is not retired somehow, some way. But William Duncan is just really going to run away with the points lead after this race. But Hayden Klein is stuck behind Derek Drayward. He can't get past him to get up there to Seth Cole, but he's going to try this time around. But Derek Drayward clears him once again. Seth Cole stuck behind Jordan Ippolito, though. But that's all he really needs to do, because Hayden Klein is just about a second behind them. He just doesn't want to run out of fuel, and he'll be fine, and he'll take away the win. Could it be the first win for Seth Cole in the INORL? Oh, but he's coming in the pit! Same with Hayden Klein and all the other leaders. How about that change? But Tyson Broad will stay out. Tyson Broad stays out. And could that mean life or death for Tyson Broad on the win of this race? He's not pitting this time by either. Will he have enough to make it to the end on fuel? Looks like it. Will he pit this time by, though? No, he will not. Tyson Broad will take the white flag here at Memphis. One more lap around for Tyson Broad. Brendan Patterson, a little bit of a car length behind, half a second. Does he have enough time? Or will Tyson Broad run out of fuel? But the caution is out. Caution is out. And Tyson Broad will win the Mike and Ike 300. Tyson Broad came back to win this and he gets the win. A rookie in at number 4, and he pulls out the win. Good clap for him. And Tyson Broad will win here at Memphis. Congratulations to him. And I'll take you to your race results. We are back. Congratulations to Tyson Broad. He led 5 laps, the most of anybody. Brendan Patterson, 2nd. David Rochester, 3rd. James Qualls, 4th. William Duncan, 5th. He came back to pull out a top 5. Great run for him so far. Ben Paul, 6th. William Schultz, 7th. Rich Johnson, 8th. Sky Commons, 9th. Jerry Guerrero, 10th. That's your top 10 for your finishing results, and now the rest of your finishing results. Now you're to your season standings. Next week we'll be at a little bit of a bigger track, Milwaukee. That ought to be a good race. I'm looking forward to that. William Duncan got up to a 94-point lead over Austin Talley. How about that? And Gene Sanford caught up to Austin Talley a little bit. 161 points from the 174 she was before. No, 179. So Gene Sanford catching up to Austin Talley, but still 161 points behind. That's a lot of a points difference. Austin Talley, he's about halfway to a whole points race behind. Duncan 1st, Austin Talley 2nd, Gene Sanford 3rd, Birdie Talley 4th, Tony Blazer 5th, Tristan Trivett 6th, Charles Jackson 7th, Nicholas Guerrero 8th, Joseph Bryant 9th, and Christopher Harley rounding out the top 10. Rookie points leader will happen to be Brendan Patterson, still over Tyson Broad, but Broad still now has that win now, and that could mean life or death, or I don't know, whatever it means. It's a win. That's what you want to have in the Nationwide Series. Every win matters. And I will see you next week at Milwaukee. Please like, comment, and subscribe. NASCAR 48 WW2 Buff signing off.